So more recently, maybe I decided to come late to the game on this project. I'll be honest, I did with KASPA, and that I'm talking about Xelis. Well, Xelis kind of was another one of these coins where I just literally saw some content creators make videos on it and was like, yeah, I'm good. This is another one of those, but that will be gone in a week. Well, here we are, several weeks later, and it's still profitable. So I guess I better start mining it. So in my eyes, my game plan is to mine Xelis and actually show you guys how to do it today. But I kind of want to build a little moon bag in case it really goes through the roof. And then I'm probably going to mine it and then trade it on an exchange once a day or once a week just to liquidate it to USDT. Because just like all these other projects that seem super promising, I kind of want to be careful and also take advantage of the current profits. All right, so here is the rig that we're going to be using to set up Xelis today. This is a Vitretu server mining case. You can actually get them directly from Amazon. Last I looked, they were just under about $500 shipped to your door, and they ship with Amazon Prime. Now, they're not exactly like the Ferrari of GPU server cases, but they come with everything you need to get started. You know, you got your fan controller right on the front here with just a manual knob and a power button. We call all of our GPU cases and rigs based off of legendary Pokemon. We then have some high RPM fans on the front, and they also have them on the back. Let me get this opened. All right, so these do come with everything you need, as I said. So you do have your power supply here, which is a little bit larger of a power supply, 2000 watt power supply. You can see nothing fancy with the fan controller in there. There is a motherboard buried under here, riserless motherboard setup. Now, what I really like about the Vitretu cases, which I wish a lot of other GPU server case manufacturers did, was they came with high RPM fans in the back. So we have great airflow of sucking in that air and then sucking it right through the cards and out the other side. You could probably get by, honestly, with taking off a lot of these fan shrouds on these GPUs. So if you're interested, I'll put links down below to the Vitretu case. I love these for GPU mining, especially because they come with free shipping. So we have in this rig a number of RTX 3060 Ti's. This whole rig is, believe it or not. And if you're new to GPU mining, you might be like, wait, so this card is the same as this card? Yep. Is the same as this card? Yep. They're all RTX 3060s. And it's just different manufacturers have different sizes. A lot of these really big ones here are really, you know, touted for gaming versus some of these small ones here for like workstations and stuff like that. But we'll be using my 3060 Ti rig today to set up and mine Xelis. What's up, guys? Sorry to interrupt your video, but want to keep you in the know. So are you new at mining, or you're just looking to step into it? You're not sure what hardware you want to buy. You're not sure what build you want to do. Need some help? Maybe you're building your first mining rig and you literally need help step by step installing HIVEOS. Maybe you're so far away from mining, but you're looking at it and you just need somebody to bounce some ideas off of. Well, I offer one-on-one calls with the community, and I've done boatloads, some really cool ones. I've helped people set up ASIC miners in the Dominican Republic. I've helped someone troubleshoot their very first GPU mining rig. I've chatted with a guy looking to open up a farm and just wanted a sounding board. I've helped someone else build and set up and configure their brand new KASPA miners. Well, I'm here to help, and I'd love to work with you. If you guys need one-on-one help, I offer it, and I love doing it. So there's a link directly down below to thehobbyistminer.io. Go over there and schedule some time with me. All right, back to the video. All right, so let's get mining Xelis. So our first stop in building our moon bag, as we talked about at the top of the video, is setting up a wallet. So when you go over to resources, it gives you three different options. The web wallet is not available yet, but that's going to be your easiest and quickest avenue to go. But just be careful when it comes down to security. We also have a CLI wallet, which has been around for quite some time, that you would install on a PC, or better yet, a VM, you know, something separate, or a small separate PC for wallets. And they also have a GUI wallet, which that's where my mindset goes as well, which you can see right over here that we will be setting up today. Now, they do have nodes that you can set up as well based off of your commitment to the project. I don't really have any interest at that time to set that up. Maybe another content creator will do a video on that. Talking about exchanges, because we're miners and we want avenues to liquidate. I will not only be building my moon bag with Xelis, getting a bag together, and then finally, most likely, just selling the rest of it off on an exchange to USDT or Bitcoin. My one of choice that I use a lot is TradeOgre. I don't recommend TradeOgre for KASPA, as they've had many issues over there with that, but I do use TradeOgre very commonly, a few times a month probably, to go ahead and swap out of projects and into other projects that I have more commitment to and more faith in. But you can see they are actually on 4 other different exchanges. So to get started, I actually have started to set up a VM for the wallet. I've remoted into my new VM. We've loaded up Chrome. We've gone to Xelis.io and selected resources, and here we are. We're going to go down to our GUI wallet and click on releases. Based off of what OS you're running, pick the one that fits best for you. For us, we're running Windows, so I'm going to click on the windows.zip file, and it's going to begin to download that. Once that folder is extracted, we're going to right click and do run as administrator. And it's going to give us a quick pop-up. This is normal with Windows, don't be concerned. We're going to hit more info and do run anyway. It's going to give us our UAC prompt. We're going to hit yes, and we have an error. So let's talk about how to fix that. Huge shout out to Rabid Mining. He actually helped me out with one of his videos that he did on finding out how to correct this. So sometimes with wallets and software, you need other supporting software, this being Microsoft Visual C++. And if we scroll down, we need to install 2, the x86 and the x64. So we're going to download both of these and install them directly from Microsoft. Once you have both of those runtime installers installed, we're going to come back in here, go to our extracted folder once again, right click on it and go to run as administrator. We're going to get a UAC prompt. We're going to hit yes. And now we get different results. So follow the instructions here, walk yourself through setting up your wallet. I won't do it right now for security purposes. Make sure you write down any seed phrases or passwords in a safe and secure place. And I'll see you back on the other side with our Xelis wallet address. So we're now over in HIVEOS and we're ready to take our Xelis wallet and add it to the platform. So I've already selected my pool. I've come into wallets. We're going to do add wallet. It's going to come up here and give us a ticker that you can pick from. So I'm going to start to type in Xelis, and there it is, fully available, which is great. For address, I'm going to paste in my Xelis address. We have 0 Xelis as of right now, and we can name it. I always like to name mine to help give me an idea as to where that wallet is. So for me, we're just going to do Xelis Core Wallet VM. That gives me enough details there, and we're going to hit create. Next up is a pool, and we're going to come over to our one-stop shop for looking for a pool, mining pool stats.stream. I'll put links to all of these down below if you guys are new and not familiar. So in the upper left-hand corner, we're going to type in Xelis and hit enter, and it's going to bring up all of the current Xelis pools. Now, there's not a ton, honestly, right now, and 61% of the hash rate is actually going to K1 pool. So for today's video, we are going to be using Herominers.com, who just launched their Xelis pool and is sponsoring today's video. So thank you. So we're going to be picking Herominers for our pool of choice. I currently have my 3060 Ti rig off behind me because it's going to be really loud once I get it powered up and a little difficult to record, but we will get it plugged in here soon. So in HIVEOS, I've gone over to my 𝐻𝐸𝐧𝐠 rig, which is my 3060 Ti rig. We're going to go to Flightsheets. We're then going to go to the upper right-hand corner of the Flightsheets, and we're going to create a new flight sheet. So for coin, we're going to type in the same thing we did before, which is Xelis, and there it is, and it comes up. Now for wallet, we click it, and look, there's the wallet that we just created, Xelis Core Wallet VM. Finally, for pool, we're going to click the drop down, and there is Herominers, which makes things significantly easier. Pick your geolocation of choice. I'm on the East Coast in the US, so I'm going to select that and hit apply. Finally, when it comes over to miner, we're going to pick 𝐟𝐫𝐽 or 𝐟𝐫𝐽 or however you guys pronounce it for our NVIDIA rigs. And we're going to name this here. So we're going to name this Xel dash, and I always like to do 3060 Ti just for better description of what this is for. Herominers, and then 𝐟𝐫𝐽, and we're going to hit create flight sheet. So I've returned back over to my rig, and I don't have it online yet or anything, but what I like to do is apply the flight sheet first. So we're going to go to flight sheets here. We're going to find the one that we just created, and we're going to apply it to that rig. So when the rig comes up and running, it's already going to apply this brand new flight sheet. Now, something I am going to want to do is once this gets up and running is come up here and upgrade HIVEOS. This rig has not been on for 45 days. There's been a lot of updates, especially to the 𝐟𝐫𝐽, so we are going to want to have that applied for mining Xelis. So now is going to be a great time to get my rig up and powered on. All right, we have our GPU server case plugged in our test closet here. Man, we are running out of room in here. Nice thing is with these server cases, they only require one C13 to C14, which is nice, and then Ethernet. And we do have this over to our PDU and a watt meter as well. So this is great for a lot of testing. So let's get this toggle switch flipped on the power supply. And we are off to the races here. Look at that fancy RGB. It's going to give us some additional hash rate maybe. All right, and then we do have our fan controller up here. I'm going to turn it down as almost off as we record, but we'll definitely turn it off once we get it up and hashing in the shed. All right, so we're up and mining, and I'll be honest, I had a few issues. Powering up the rig after 45 days, HIVEOS booted up, but was having issues mining Xelis. I was actually throwing a bunch of errors and couldn't find Xelhash, which most likely means that the miner was outdated. So I thought, why don't we go ahead and just give it a full Hive replace? And if you guys haven't done this before, it's actually good to do this every once in a blue moon. There is an article here, I'll link it directly down below from HIVEOS, that you can go in and do a full Hive replace, replaces everything. And then what I did was I also upgraded my NVIDIA drivers just to make sure I had everything covered. So now that that's finished, we are up and mining. However, we have no overclock settings in, and I don't recommend this long term, just as a quick like, hey, everything is working, because sometimes your overclock settings can be a massive hindrance. Now, if you're looking for overclock settings, I highly recommend you go over and check out Red Fox Crypto's channel. He has a video on a boatload of different, very efficient configurations and overclock settings for a lot of your 30 series as well as your 40 series, and he's got some A2000s and stuff like that. So he has a great 10-minute video on this. I use this as a guide myself for overclocking my 3060 Ti's. So let me get these in place. We've been up and mining for 1 hour now with our overclock settings in place. And let's take a closer look and see how we're doing. So our hash rate has dropped down to about 164 to 169. However, our watts have dropped as well, about 50% with some good overclock settings in place. In the software, it says we're just below 100 watts. However, if we go ahead and take a look at the wall, our entire rig right now is using about 870 watts, which is still really, really good. Jumping over to Herominers, I always recommend using them when you're looking at getting into a new altcoin. They have a boatload. I think they're one of the bigger pools out there that support a bazillion, no, not really, but a lot of altcoins. So please go over and check out Herominers. Looking at the Xelis Herominers pool, scrolling down here, let's take a look, do a quick refresh to see how we've been doing after an hour. So we're up and running just over an hour, and right now Herominers is estimating right on the cusp of almost $7 a day currently right now based off of our performance, and it's only been an hour. So in reality, we really should give it about 24 hours to give us a good estimate and average. Now, something that Herominers has let me know about, and I want to let you guys know about, is right here at the top. They are doing a $10,000 Herominers airdrop for anybody that is mining to their Xelis pool over the next 30 days, ending on June 30th. If you click right here at the top, it takes you over to this article here, and they're going to be doing 0% full pool fees for the next month, which is absolutely fantastic. And what do you have to do? You just have to be mining to the pool. They're going to be giving away $1,000 worth of Xelis to 5 miners, $500 to 5 miners, and $100 to 25 miners. So that adds up to about 35 different winners. And all you got to do is be mining directly to their pool and enjoy the possibility of winning one of those airdrops. All right, miners, that's going to wrap things up for today's video. As I talked about at the top of the video, I'm going to build my moon bag of Xelis, and yeah, I'm probably a little late, but hey, it can't hurt. And then on top of that, once I feel comfortable, my moon bag is set up, I will start flipping this to an exchange and liquidating my Xelis daily, maybe weekly, based off of where we are right now, and building my USDT bag. I always like to use that for buying new hardware, like ASIC miners or anything like that, because everybody takes USDT ERC20 right now. Well, it's going to wrap things up for today. I'm going to leave links to everything down below that we talked about today regarding Xelis, how to get started, the wallet, Herominers, the $10,000 USD airdrop, coming from Herominers, and everything else. So look directly down below in the video description for all those details. Take care.